Dear students, today we are going to discuss on models of teaching. I know most of you are familiar with different methods of teaching, but models of teaching is something different from methods of teaching. Let us see what is models of teaching. The main objectives of today's class: helping students to comprehend the concept of models of teaching, help the students to understand the various essential elements of models of teaching, helps to acquire information about various families of models of teaching, and to familiarize different models of teaching. Let us see what is models of teaching. An important purpose of discussing models of teaching is to assist the teacher to have a wide range of approaches for creating a proper interactive environment for learning. An intelligent use of these approaches enables the teacher to adapt him to the learning needs of the students. A number of educationists and psychologists have proposed model approach to teaching. Teaching is not just to sit on an armchair with a cup of tea in hand to sip. It is an art and skill to be learned. It requires the knowledge of subject content, method, techniques, and teaching aids to be used for making teaching interesting and effective. This is the main objective of education. For this purpose, teachers need a variety of approaches. A teaching model is a tentative technology of teaching which allows flexibility in planning and execution. When compared to methods of teaching, models are more practical and psychologically sound. The classic definition of teaching is the design and creation of environment. Students learn by interacting with those environments, and they study how to learn. A model of teaching can be defined as the depiction of teaching and learning environment, including the behavior of teachers and students while the lesson is presented through that model. Models of teaching enable the students to engage in cognitive and social tasks and teach the student how to use them productively. Models of teaching are the specific instructional plans which are designed according to the concerned learning theories. It provides a comprehensive blueprint for curriculum to design instructional materials, planning lessons, teacher-pupil roles, supporting aids, and so forth. Models of teaching have been developed to help a teacher to improve his capacity to teach more children and create a richer and more diverse environment for them. It is an overall plan or pattern that a teacher may follow in teaching. It provides guidelines as to what to teach, how to teach, and what action to take for teaching. It is a pattern of teaching based on a particular theory. Each model is based upon some specific learning theory. Theory may be from psychology, sociology, and so on. The model of teaching is developed by Joyce and Weil. It consists of guidelines for designing educational activities and environments. It is meant for creating suitable learning environments. In other words, models of teaching describe teaching as it ought to be. It therefore have been developed to help a teacher to improve his capacity to reach more children and create a richer and more diverse environment for them. It has been defined by the research workers and writers in a number of ways. Let us see some of the definitions here. According to Joyce Weil, a model of teaching is a description of a learning environment, including our behavior as teachers when that model is used. Joyce Weil defines teaching models are just instructional designs. They describe the process of specifying and producing particular environmental situations which cause the student to interact in such a way that specific change occurs in his behavior. Joyce Weil defines a model of teaching consists of guidelines for designing educational activities and environments. It specifies ways of teaching and learning that are intended to achieve certain kinds of goals. Models of teaching is very useful for both teachers and students. First, we consider the benefits of teachers. It improves the quality of instruction. It's a systematic approach to planning for instruction. It facilitates awareness about students' learning needs. Assess impact of instruction. It offers alternative ways of representing content. It also develops learning experiences that yield successful outcomes. It facilitates student engagement in more meaningful ways. Explicit use of teaching models can accelerate rate of learning capacity and facility learning. Models of teaching help students in a number of ways. Let us see what are the benefits. It increases aptitude for learning and retention. It helps to learn more rapidly. It facilitates different kinds of learning. It builds academic self-esteem. It acknowledges characteristics and aptitudes. It also promotes student awareness of how they will be taught and what changes are sought. Next, the characteristics of teaching models. Models of teaching are some sort of pattern or plans prepared in advance for the success of the teaching learning process. They differ from general teaching techniques and strategies in the sense that they are designed to meet specific objectives or goals. It provides specific guidelines or blueprint in advance for the realization of the specific objectives by specifying teaching activities and controlling the teaching learning environment. To give specific instructional design for a particular type of instruction in specified teaching learning situation. It also helps in creating a proper teaching learning environment. It helps in specifying the criteria of acceptable performance expected from the learners in a specific teaching learning situation. It provides systematic procedure and organized efforts for the desirable modification of the behavior of the learners. They first specify the teaching of learning outcomes in behavioral terms and then lay down a step-by-step procedure for the attainment of these outcomes. To help the teacher in the task in the same way as an engineer is helped in the construction of a building or bridge by an appropriate model or blueprint prepared in advance. It saves the energy, time and efforts of the teacher and the learners, besides providing economy to the best utilization of the other teaching learning resources. Models of teaching are known to serve three major functions in a given teaching learning situation. It helps for designing and specifying instructional objectives, developing and selecting instructional materials, and it helps for specifying teaching learning activities.